Hey guys, welcome back. This time I'm going to be commenting on me piloting a Dra-C. This is actually one of my favorite MS to use at low cost between 200 and 300 cost space battles. Between its mobility, its swan dive beam saber attack, and its versatility with its ranged weapons, there's a lot you can do with this. It does have some shortcomings though. Um, once it loses its mobility, it's a sitting duck. It's pretty easy. It's a very high priority target, so it's going to get ganged up on a lot. For this match, I decided to just rush their base. Didn't mean to tackle like that, use up my boost. But I do this sometimes to confuse the enemy and split them up. If I feel like I can't take the people who are coming after me, like for instance, there's a support here. There's obviously a general type, um, a Kamoof or Kamuf, whatever it's called. And but I felt like I was going to test the waters with these guys, see if I can't take them on. And so far, I look to be doing pretty good. I missed a slash there. I was trying to swan dive. Um, so I'm just darting in and out, trying to take pot shots at these guys as best I can. So right now, it's just a bit of a tug of war, trying to make sure I confuse them, trying to make sure I stay in their blind spots. Of course, that's a support unit. Very easy to take down. It was at this point that I thought maybe I might not be able to take them down, and then this happened. Lined up perfectly with a shot of mine, took down the support, leaving only the general type left. I'm doing everything I can just to stay out of his range, make sure he can't hit me, and do everything I can to confuse him. He almost got me there with a tackle, and sadly it missed, and then I got a double hit, taking out, hitting two people at once. And then here come my allies, which isn't surprising. It was 4-3 on the front lines, and as we're about to see, this team that I'm going up against, they're just not very good. But that's to be expected. This was a C rank battle. I think the enemy team had a D rank. Got an ally going in for bombing the base. I'm going to provide cover as best I can, but I've already taken some pretty heavy damage. Probably not a lot I'm going to be able to do. At least that's what my thought process was. But as you'll see here, it was not the case. I go after the Zaku commander. He's a support. He's prioritizing me, so I'm going to try and hit him. He's going to be invulnerable for a bit, so I decide to switch up targets. Now this GM over here didn't really ever seem to aggro against me. He kept seeming to just trying to do his own thing. And then this is when I got that beautiful counter, which led into a kill. And then the GM starts going after me, but it's kind of too little too late. I've nearly got him killed. And around this time, the bomb's about to go off. Enemy reinforcements start coming in. I miss another swan dive. He's going in. I glance him. I don't think I hit him. Broke his shield there. And it was at this point that the Zaku commander already respawned, got another shot in on me. And I'm trying to use the ship as cover, but he gets another shot in on me. It was actually a really good shot. Of all the people on their team, the only guy that seemed to be going after me consistently was the Zaku commander. He's the only one that seemed to realize just how big a threat I was to his team. I mean, that's the thing about the Dra-C. It can close distance so quickly, and it's so maneuverable that unless your team's gaining up on it and shutting it down, it can do a lot of real damage, especially to your supports. Yeah, see, look at that damage. I can almost just two-shot him. Basically did right there, but I think he took a couple hits right before I got to him. Got the Kamoof trying to hit me with an attack. My swan dive goes wide. See, without my maneuverability, they're gaining up on me. And this is how you should always approach a Dra-C. I've barely got any health left. I should be dead in the water, but then they split up, and there's brawls going in all over the station, and I'm just taking pot shots at everybody I can. and trying to stay in the blind spot of the Zaku commander, he knows I'm low on HP. He knows he's got a pretty good chance of getting me. Then I get to 72 HP, and should be dead to rights, and yet somehow I'm still alive. Missed the Zaku commander right there, and that's all that was needed. I almost had him. It really irritated me that I missed that shot. But those swan dives are, yeah, they're all in once you go in on it. It's not the kind of it's you need to make sure you're gonna hit your target because you're leaving yourself wide open. Um, and there's a pretty good reason, the Dra-C doesn't have multiple attacks because I think it would be able to just completely one-shot support you if it could. Now I looked at the map and I saw some MS heading to our base, so I decided to intercept them. This is a GM over here. And of course, he's ignoring me. He's going straight for the base, and he paid the price for that. You should never turn your back on a Dra-C. Now, usually I would interchange using, the grenade launcher and the machine gun with the Dra-C, not just relying purely on the beam saber. But this enemy team, they never seem to want to use counters against me, other than that Kamuf that did the one-time Kaboof, whatever. He was the only one that seemed to try and pull off a counter. Not even the Zaku commander really tried. And that's honestly the best opening you'll get with a Dra-C is, a lot of us Dra-C players, we're swan diving all over the place. So if you can just look us in the eye and look at what weapon we've got out. If you don't see our beam saber out, we've got our grenade launcher out. And we're trying to stun you so that we can immediately switch to our beam saber and hit you with our sword. And this, I was getting a little irritated here. I didn't know how to communicate it to one of my allies. I wanted him to take this so they couldn't spawn next to our base and try to bomb it in the time that we had left. Not that there was much chance that they would, but I just wanted to be better safe than sorry. There's barely a minute left on the clock anyways. But I did tell him thank you for good work. I try not to grief people at all. It's not good sportsmanship, but I was just trying to get his attention. A little whack on the head. And then I rejoined the battle. Trying to get some last minute kills. And then, of course, I see 2 supports. I prioritize those supports, especially that Zaku commander who prioritizes me. And then their entire team starts going after me. I use that excellent mobility I've got. Just bobbing and weaving in and out of battle. And while you're doing that, if you're a good Dra-C player and if your team knows how to use you correctly, while the enemy team's trying to prioritize you and while you're going in and out of combat, they should be gaining momentum and using that time to then finish off enemies you may have swan dived on and knocked back like this. This is a perfect team setup right now. I got support units coming in and attacking the enemy, and we completely crush them. And that's why I love the Dra-C. When used properly and with a good team setup, the Dra-C does a lot of damage, especially in close quarters maps like this. Not so much in the open space type maps. Well, that's it for now. I appreciate you guys watching, and hope you enjoyed the video. I don't always use Dra-C in space, but it definitely is one of my favorite types, especially for lower ranking maps like this. Alright then. See you later, guys.